See, epic. We're back, yay. At least for today.
Bro, where have you been? I miss your streams.
Moved house. So it was for a good cause. And the internet company has been screwing me around. TP fucking G. I didn't remember that was there. But we're back, kind of. I've got 90 gig to last me the weekend, and then hopefully...
Man, glad you were back.
Yeah, same. Still in my head in. I was like pretend streaming, because you know, what do you do? Just not doing what you usually do, so... Don't want to like get rusty. I'm already bad enough as it is.
I had nth to watch.
Yeah, I had nothing to watch either. Literally, no internet, like, it's... Lovely. Alright, so... something incredible has happened. It's not a good thing. And I'm pretty sure this is correct information coming from someone close. Oh, Ninshu. Yeah, I am. It's like, hey, you're back. Oh, thank you, Ninshu. We'll call this world. We'll start again, eh? World 1. New world, new house, new postcode. For the wording. Band-aid finger. And dumb brain. So we're going to go back to large. I was practicing small a lot when I wasn't streaming. And...
New deaths.
New deaths, yeah. I actually think small is harder, I'll be honest. Like, because the biomes are so stacked on each other.
Small world to match Sashek's small penis.
Nah, I'm going back to large. I've decided, because also some allegations have been made against people that use small maps. So I don't want anything to do with that. So, you know, just running my own way again. Let's roll. But I have been practicing. It's been boring as fuck. Lots of fishing. Like I get lazy and then it's like, oh, I got hit. Oh, I'm dead. Oh,
Download
well.
Calamity.
Why? This is This is hard, man.
I thought you loved fishing.
I do. What? I just said that. That's what I said. I love it. Like, literally, I just said that. You can watch it in the replay. You know how much I love fishing. I've even made videos on how much I love fishing. It's like my most favorite thing.
There's a delay, so I said it before.
Is there? Yeah, because I don't have good internet yet. Like, the internet company has been stuffing me around like hard. Well, my situation is beyond their usual scope of abilities. I got a modem sent to one address and an install set up for another address, but the address already had a line connected, so the install was stalled, and then like that was just too many like different things happening. Like the whole thing's just a mess. Nah.
Rev.
Man. And then last night, because I really wanted to stream yesterday, I expected it to be done yesterday. Didn't happen. Like, so I was like, fuck it. I went down and bought like SIM cards, 90 gigs worth. And then lo and behold, it turns out the people had already skimmed the cards. They were already used. So I'd spent like fucking 90 bucks on used cards after 7 hours on the phone to TP fail. I was like, wow, I can't believe this is actually happening. I've like thrown the moon and fucking missed the sun. Like, yeah. It was a catastrophic failure.
Damn.
Like, yesterday it was very, it was, like character building. Far out. Like, cause I just refused to give up, and then it got to like 10:30 at night, and like there was just this one last barrier where I had to receive an SMS to like confirm something, and the dude had already like switched the numbers over, like, so it just like it was just another whole mess, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to bed, man. Thanks, Jerry. Cheers for being a champ, but this is beyond both of us. The fates have decided no internet for Sash. Give me some affinity. Gotta set the priority to real time because the texture pack lags. FYI. It's nice we got snow. Hackers. Oh, Ninchu, thanks for the follow. Like, while I was offline as well, I started converting to number, like, change rather than mouse wheel. It's like, you're so lazy, Sash. You use the mouse wheel for fucking 10,000 hours. Like, come on, bro. So then you might see a bit of rookie action. Forgive my rookiness. That's the best thing, I think. Like, you ever look at what I did to try and get online yesterday, like the things that I did, like the money I spent, the time I waited, and nothing worked. It's like, didn't matter. Like, I probably needed to see if I could buy like an internet company, then there wouldn't be an issue. So money always solves the problem. But unfortunately that was not on the cards. Come on, give me freaking... Oh, see, it's like just habit. Kind of like Street Fighter. Stop doing that move. I'll take 30 and then bail back to spawn. What I'm gonna do as well.
Easy reel up.
Easy cheater, hacker. That's hacks. If I've ever seen hacks, that was that. Right. Can't even stay in the game. What a noob. Why don't you just respawn? Mushies go for quite a bit. There's our tree removal. 1, 2, tree. Two treesy, or was it 3? Alright, with that, see, have it. We'll grab 2 of these. Close.
IGTG, if you stream later tonight I'll join.
Yeah, no worries.
Too close.
I like it close. Oh, rookie. Rookie.
Living on the edge.
Yeah, bro. It's the only way. There's no point in living if you can't die. Sashek's quote. And it's goddamn true. Keen. We can do better. Sighted. We'll probably do better. Come on. Give me green, dog. There we go. Should we wear armor for the boys? Yeah. Why don't you wear armor?
Yeah.
Armor for the boys. Armor for the boys. I like the obsidian armor, that's pretty dope. And grenades are dope. Stone is dope. Dope gets you stoned.
I always wear Terraria tortoise hat and FTW for vanity.
Mad dog. Terraria tortoise is my hero. I'm so glad that he existed. He's cool. Weird. Or like, weird's not the word. Confused and misunderstood. Right, stop using the wheel, Roy. Oh no.
He's a poor insecure boy who constantly quits and comes back.
Come on, give me some gel, my brother.
RN he's quit but he will come back soon enough.
Yeah, of course. Once a Terraria player, or once a Terraria player. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. That for later. Almost. That was a good shot. Yeah, brother. Thank you.
Slime parkour with Sashax.
It's always fun. Whoa. Where are we? Where's me arrows? Am I blind? What the hell's going on? Or do we use it all? Wow. Yay. Nice.
Are you still alive, mate?
Still alive. Sort of. It was hard to remain alive. Like, alone. It was pretty lonely. Well, to be honest. Like, no internet, no... Yeah.
LOL, it doesn't say our names now.
Yeah, because some other guy kind of ruined
Damn
it.
Facebook Twissy and YT cunts here.
Facebook friends need liquid.
Twitch asterisk. Way less annoying AF.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I do wanna with Restream, like this text to speech and combination of chats is through Restream. So shouts to Restream, and that's a free service. But I do actually want to subscribe because you do get, like, you know, less lag in the chat and stuff like that. Not as many throttles. What do I need? I need stone.
Sash loves stone.
Oh man. I I'm a stoner.
Less lag would be great. Also, they should offer deep learning based text to speech. It does much better voices.
Well, if there's a way that that can be done, I could always implement it. If you see a technology that you think is better, then by all means. No, I just want a text. People are so set in their ways. It's hard to not be, I guess. The older I get, the more like retarded I feel. Can't wait until I'm like shitting in a nappy again in an old home, like, eh. Remember the time when like we fucked that bitch? Or whatever. It's if you get there, I guess. There's always death looming. Yeah. Hardcore my bar. Like, the fact that life is hardcore is proof that it's a game.
Having a thought time trying to keep isolated on my house. Moved to the garage to avoid COVID.
There's nothing, you won't die from COVID. It's got like a 99.8% survival rate. It's the old people that die. And you know what old people have? Money. That's why they're fucking shitting themselves. And the whole world's grinded to a halt because all the people with money don't want to die.
Dying is not what I fear.
Well, what is it then? If I was you, I'd get it. Because then you gain immunity to it, so later on in life if it comes back and you are old, you'll be immune. So if I was you, I'd actually try and catch it. That's how vaccines work. And that'd be self-vaccination. Like Twitch ban, like promoting COVID.
Try and catch COVID-19/X.
Yeah, what? Who's a terrorist?
I fear the damage it does to the body. Even asymptomatic carriers have lasting problems, like scarring on the lungs. LMFAO.
Nah, it doesn't work like that. I've like studied it extensively.
It also likely won't come back.
It will. It's a coronavirus. It's a cold. Like once it's here, it's in the system now. So it's kind of like head lice. There's always someone that's got it. So there's always people passing it around. Like same with anything. The only way to like get rid of it is to eradicate it through vaccinations. Sorry if the internet's bad.
It works like that. I can give you a link of a study carried on asymptomatic carriers even.
I've watched like weekly or daily doctors studies on it since November of last year. I stopped following it about 3 months ago because I've learned everything about it already. Like I know exactly what it does to the lungs, why people can't breathe. Like I know everything about it. Come on, man. If something's gonna kill me, I want to know. I'm not gonna just be like everyone else and be like, fucking COVID-19. Like, I studied that shit hardcore. The people that I was living with at the time, back in labs, fucking they laughed at me they thought that I was like an idiot. But, you know, when China starts building hospitals within the week, like, who the fuck builds hospitals in a week? Like, that's just fucking red flag.
I have no desire to have brain, lung damage, and etc.
Well, stop breathing then, because the air you breathe is caustic. We live in an environment that's like hazard.
Even if it gives immunity to the next version.
Well, then you're most likely gonna die if it comes around.
Sash X has brain damage from the crack.
Nah, I got brain damage from ecstasy. Not crack. Too many fucking disco bickies, my brother. Fuck, that was a good time. Hot girls, MDMA. Whoa. Highly recommend. While you're out there, like, catch some COVID-19.
Ecstasy is fancier than crack, I guess.
No, it's not. Like, the drugs themselves are completely different. If you have, like, ecstasy, you'll fuck the carpet. Like, it's like, oh my god, this carpet feels so good. It's like, it's euphoric. Like, enhances all of your, like, feelings and sensations of, like, so, you know, that's why it's called a love drug. Because, you know, whoa. But it burns holes through your mind faster than fucking a jet lighter through cheese. So beware. Yeah, I gave up ecstasy a while ago. Can't you tell? Alright, let's get serious about this game. Just fucking around. Alright, so what do we got? We got a bit of money. We'll use that for these, because they are nice. Switch that around to there. We've got that still. Armies. Alright, let's go left. New exploration. Woo! Wow. Hold on. Whoa. Let me fix that. Is that better? Stop it. So, like, you know, apparently Hook's a Chad. So we're gonna get, like, you know, real Chad Hooky, or like Chooky. Fuck, fuck. Like, I figured there's if you like catch this part here and get caught on this like hammered piece here and then let go of the hook, it like slingshots you forward. So I wonder if you could like set up little like sections where it's like doos doos doos, you know, while we're all, you know, rolling around in the mud and not teleporting. Let's crawl around on the dirt at high speed. I used my old character the last time I died, not yesterday, the day before. I like got Suki. and used an old Sash X, and man, the rod is just so smooth. Whoa. Fail. Wow. Whoa, far out. That is instant death. Like 200, that was like 200 something damage, eh? Whoa. Those, they're hectic. They're hard to see, eh? Like, especially when you're contending with something else. All of a sudden it's like, hello! Death, like, whoa! Where'd that come from? This game's awesome.
Need to ask someone to buy lots of food that do not require cooking to eat here without leaving the garage.
Yeah, now who's laughing? All those doomsday preppers, they're like ha 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 in their garages with all their toilet paper and cans of food. They'd all be so smug. Like, see? I was right.
Hello.
Hello, Firehammer, bro. How you going? That's a cool name. Wow, go away.
I was a doomsday prepper.
What happened?
Only prepared to eat everything. Good, my friend helped me with it.
This could be death here.
The only flaw in my plan is the other people living with me.
Lol. Yeah, there's always that variable.
Small worlds actually are pretty hard. And I'm playing one, but I don't have access to enough shit to explore much, lol.
Yeah, they are really restrictive.
I stayed 6 months isolated at least.
Well, like, I don't know, it's a weird time, you know, each different location would have, you would have to take it a different way. Or, you know, do whatever a bit differently. I don't know about this. I think we're gonna poor man teleport out of there. Yeah, like, just quickly. Oh, come on. I miss you, Rod. Like even Rusty now.
Complete tele-isolation during 6 months. Wasted.
What do you mean wasted? What, like you got stoned wasted? Like, yeah, but wasted. Or wasted time. Time is never wasted, it's spent. What do we got here? What we'll do is we'll get...
People are leaving and returning to the house now, and bringing new ones. Fuck them.
Oh. Yeah, nah, then... Well, you're fucked. Because you can't control other people. If they've decided that it's not worth wasting their time on, then you either have to separate yourself from them as well, or, you know, deal with it. A good analogy that I came up with a long time ago was, it's like if you live in a town and the water is poisoned, but you're the only person that knows it's poisoned, like, and everyone else thinks you're crazy. So they're like, no, it's not poison, like, what's wrong with you? Do you either A, drink the poisoned water to fit in, or do you not drink the poisoned water and basically get kicked out? And
they are wasting their time outside.
What do you mean wasting their time? You can't waste time. That's an illusion. Like, time is always spent, there's no wasting of it. Like, you're not wasting time in jail, you're spending time in jail. It's a cost. It's an important distinction. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna go back and get those trees. Quite a long way actually. Let's just have a quick look. Now we'll go back to the snow. Oh, oh whoops. Come on, Sash. There we go. Wow, look at all that iron. Alright, different plan.
Yeah, not going to drink the poison they drink so enthusiastically.
Yeah, people don't like if you go against the flow. So it's usually something like that'll be a majority rules. So if there's 3 people in the house and 2 people don't care, then you're screwed. So another option is to sway the people you live with, like, one at a time. Slowly bring them to your cause. How do you do that? It depends on the type of person. You don't need to leave.
It isn't a need. You are just crazy, Dad.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like, it's an ancient problem, like perspective. People just see things differently, like, and both perspectives are realities, like neither person is lying, like they just see it differently. And that is called incompatibility. I mean, it's hard with family because you don't get to choose, right? Like, incompatibility in families is just, it's, you know, part of life. And that's kind of like a dice roll. But at least...
I am not good at convincing anyone. Like, don't even remember changing the mind of anyone.
Of course you do. You don't understand, I don't think you understand what life is about. It's all about convincing other people to do something for you. Like, you know, right now, we're talking, right? Like, it's an exchange. So the exchange of me talking to you is like you're convincing me to talk back to you. Like, the fundamental baseline of humanity is convincing other people that what you want and what they want kind of line up, so you both work sort of together, you know? But it's all a sale, you know? You might, if you want to, I don't know, do you have a girlfriend? Have you ever had a girlfriend? See, that's all about debates and bartering. Like, you know, have you ever convinced someone that you'll buy something for a little bit cheaper?
Okay, later I'm gonna X.
Okay, later I'm gonna... What? Only I'm not allowed to make sense. It's hard focusing on game and talking. I'm rusty. Torty. Oh. Whoa. Nighttime again. We got more iron now. That changes everything. Where's spawn? Way over there. Alright. Suppose we'll use this tunnel, upgrade our equipment.
I hope after all this anger I have been passing, the price of some goods like houses is going to fail.
What do you mean? What are you? Do you want to make money? Is that what you're saying? You want to
Even
become
though the
richer?
economy is going to crash at short term.
Where do you live? What region on Earth are you situated?
And maybe medium term.
Like, I don't think that the
It's
economy...
going to fall asterisk.
Sorry, but this has to be done. Because for us to continue talking about this, I need you to know what I know. So some of this you will already know, but pay attention to it because it's fundamental.
Well, most house owners are old, and the amount of people will drop.
So it's an age-related crash.
How the economic machine works in 30 minutes. The economy works like a simple machine, but many people don't understand it, or they don't agree on how it works, and this has led to a lot of needless economic suffering. I feel a deep sense of responsibility to share my simple but practical economic template. Though it's unconventional, it has helped me to anticipate and to sidestep the global financial crisis, and it has worked well for me for over 30 years. Let's begin. Though the economy might seem complex, it works in a simple mechanical way. It's made up of a few simple parts and a lot of simple transactions that are repeated over and over again a zillion times. These transactions are above all else driven by human nature, and they create three main forces that drive the economy. Number one, productivity
Wait, I
growth.
remember this video.
Number two, the short-term debt cycle. And number three, the long-term debt cycle. We'll look at these three forces and how laying them on top of each other creates a good template for tracking economic movements and figuring out what's happening now. Let's start with the simplest part of the economy, transactions. An economy is simply the sum of the transactions that make it up. And a transaction is a very simple thing. You make transactions all the time. Every time you buy something, you create a transaction. Each transaction consists of a buyer exchanging money or credit with a seller for goods, services, or financial assets. Credit spends just like money, so adding together the money spent and the amount of credit spent, you can know the total spending. The total amount of spending drives the economy. If you divide the amount spent by the quantity sold, you get the price. And that's it. That's a transaction. It's the building block of the economic machine. All cycles and all forces in an economy are driven by transactions. So, if we can understand transactions, we can understand the whole economy. A market consists of all the buyers and all the sellers making transactions for the same thing. For example, there is a wheat market, a car market, a stock market, and markets for millions of things. An economy consists of all of the transactions in all of its markets. If you add up the total spending and the total quantity sold in all of the markets, you have everything you need to know to understand the economy. It's just that simple. People, businesses, banks, and governments all engage in transactions the way I just described, exchanging money and credit for goods, services, and financial assets. The biggest buyer and seller is the government, which consists of two.
See, this is important as well, because most people, like, you watch the news and stuff like that, and, you know, when the Reserve Bank, like, prints like cash injections, they're all like, the bank's printing money, like, and everyone's like, oh, money just gets printed for no reason, like, you know, it's just the lack of understanding and the lack of willingness to understand is why the suffering is. Like, it's literally that simple.
Two important parts: a central government that collects taxes and spends money, and a central bank, which is different from other buyers and sellers because it controls the amount of money and credit in the economy. It does this by influencing interest rates and printing new money. For these reasons, as we'll see, the central bank is an important player in the flow of credit. I want you to pay attention to credit. Credit is the most important part of the economy and probably the least understood.
Is my washing
It's the most important part because it's the biggest and most volatile part. Just like buyers and sellers go to the market to make transactions, so do lenders and borrowers. Lenders usually want to make their money into more money, and borrowers usually want to buy something they can't afford, like a house or a car, or they want to invest in something like starting a business. Credit can help both.
This video directly affects what's happening with coronavirus. Like, I need you to see all of this, and then we can talk about the whole next level of it and what coronavirus is actually doing to these cycles in your area. So we can actually like formulate some sort of strategy for you to maybe, you know, put yourself in a better financial position. Anyway, I have to do
Lenders
my
and
washing.
borrowers get what they want. Borrowers promise to repay the amount they borrow, called principal, plus an additional amount called interest. When interest rates are high, there is less borrowing because it's expensive. When interest rates are low, borrowing increases because it's cheaper. When borrowers promise to repay and lenders believe them, credit is created. Any two people can agree to create credit out of thin air. That seems simple enough, but credit is tricky because it has different names. As soon as credit is created, it immediately turns into debt. Debt is both an asset to the lender and a liability to the borrower. In the future, when the borrower repays the loan plus interest, the asset and the liability disappear and the transaction is settled. So why is credit so important? Because when a borrower receives credit, he is able to increase his spending. And remember, spending drives the economy. This is because one person's spending is another person's income. Think about it. Every dollar you spend, someone else earns, and every dollar you earn, someone else has spent. So when you spend more, someone else earns more. When someone's income rises, it makes lenders more willing to lend him money because now he's more worthy of credit. A credit-worthy borrower has two things: the ability to repay and collateral. Having a lot of income in relation to his debt gives him the ability to repay. In the event that he can't repay, he has valuable assets to use as collateral that can be sold. This makes lenders feel comfortable lending him money. So increased income allows increased borrowing, which allows increased spending. And since one person's spending is another person's income, this leads to more increased borrowing, and so on. This self-reinforcing pattern leads to economic growth and is why we have cycles. In a transaction, you have to give something in order to get something, and how much you get depends on how much you produce. Over time, we learn, and that accumulated knowledge raises our living standards. We call this productivity growth. Those who are inventive and hardworking raise their productivity and their living standards faster than those who are complacent and lazy. But that isn't necessarily true over the short run. Productivity matters most in the long run, but credit matters most in the short run. This is because productivity growth doesn't fluctuate much, so it's not a big driver of economic swings. Debt is, because it allows us to consume more than we produce when we acquire it, and it forces us to consume less than we produce when we have to pay it back. Debt swings occur in two big cycles. One takes about 5 to 8 years, and the other takes about 75 to 100 years. While most people feel the swings, they typically don't see them as cycles because they see them too up close, day by day, week by week. In this chapter, we're going to step back and look at these three big forces and how they interact to make up our experiences. As mentioned, swings around the line are not due to how much innovation or hard work there is. They're primarily due to how much credit there is. Let's for a second imagine an economy without credit. In this economy, the only way I can increase my spending is to increase my income, which requires me to be more productive and do more work. Increased productivity is the only way for growth. Since my spending is another person's income, the economy grows every time I or anyone else is more productive. If we follow the trend...
Yeah, man. On that subject, I actually had someone that was like living with me, like I was helping him out, and he ended up getting a job at McDonald's and then became a manager there and then ended up going to university, and now he lives in Ireland with like some stunning slut. So I've seen McDonald's work well. Good work.
Transactions and play this out, we see a progression like the productivity growth line. But because we borrow, we have cycles. This isn't due to any laws or regulations. It's due to human nature and the way that credit works.
Have you heard the secret
Think of
other word
borrowing
themes?
as simply a way of pulling spending forward. In order to buy something you can't afford, you need to spend more than you make.
What do you do?
To do this, you essentially need to borrow from your future self. In doing so, you create a time in the future that you need to spend less than you make in order to pay it back. It very quickly resembles a cycle. Basically, anytime you borrow, you create a cycle. This is as true for an individual as it is for the economy. This is why understanding credit is so important, because it sets into motion a mechanical, predictable series of events that will happen in the future. This makes credit different from money. Money is what you settle transactions with. When you buy a beer from a bartender with cash, the transaction is settled immediately. But when you buy a beer with credit, it's like starting a bar tab. You're saying you promise to pay in the future. Together, you and the bartender create an asset and a liability. You just created credit out of thin air. It's not until you pay the bar tab later that the asset and the liability disappear, the debt goes away, and the transaction is settled. The reality is that most of what people call money is actually credit. The total amount of credit in the United States is about $50 trillion, and the total amount of money is only about $3 trillion. Remember, in an economy without credit, the only way to increase your spending is to produce more. But in
and in that world the party girl will replace the guide. She'll also have an extra option that will change the music. This also permanently unlocks this option for every world.
The drunk seed. What's the drunk seed?
Economy with credit, you can also increase your spending by borrowing. As a result, an economy with credit has more spending and allows incomes to rise faster than productivity over the short run, but not over the long run. Now, don't get me wrong. Credit isn't necessarily something bad that just causes cycles. It's bad when it finances overconsumption that can't be paid back. However, it's good when it efficiently allocates resources and produces income so you can pay back the debt. For example, if you borrow money to buy a big TV, it doesn't generate income for you to pay back the debt. But if you
Do you want to watch me play that? Would you prefer me to play that rather than For the Worthy? I don't mind. Oh.
Borrow money to, say, buy a tractor, and that tractor lets you harvest more crops and earn more money, then you could pay back your debt and improve your living standards. In an economy with credit, we can follow the transactions and see how credit creates growth. Let me give you an example. Suppose you earn $100,000 a year and have no debt. You are creditworthy enough to borrow $10,000, say on a credit card. So you can spend $110,000 even though you only earn $100,000. Since your spending is another person's income, someone is earning $110,000. The person earning $110,000 with no debt can borrow $11,000, so he can spend $121,000 even though he has only earned $110,000. His spending is another person's income, and by following the transactions, we can begin to see how this process works in a self-reinforcing pattern. But remember, borrowing creates cycles, and if the cycle goes up, it eventually needs to come down. This leads us into the short-term debt cycle. As economic activity increases, we see an expansion. The first phase of the short-term debt cycle.
Considering you just got a job, now it's time for you to start studying money.
Spending continues to increase and prices start to rise. This happens because the increase in spending is fueled by credit, which can be created instantly out of thin air. When the amount of spending and incomes grow faster than the production of goods, prices rise.
I actually am
When
enjoying
prices
this.
rise, we call this inflation.
That's very good.
The central bank doesn't want too much inflation because it causes problems. Seeing prices rise, it raises interest rates. With higher
Oh no.
interest rates, fewer people can afford to borrow money, and the cost of existing debts rises. Think about this as the monthly payments on your credit card going up. Because people borrow less and have higher debt repayments, they have less money left over to spend. So spending slows. And since one person's spending is another person's income, incomes drop, and so on and so forth. When people spend less, prices go down. We call this deflation. Economic activity decreases, and we have a
No drunk
recession.
seed, lol.
If the recession
Fair
becomes
enough.
too severe and
You don't have
inflation
to
is
do
no
it today.
longer a
I don't know
problem,
what it
I
is.
the
prefer money
central
that
bank
cannot
will
be
lower
created,
interest rates.
like tantalum.
Yes, well, we can talk about that after this. I will play Drunk Seed if you like. But what is the seed?
Zero 5162020.
Alright. Sweet. Hardcore. Coley. Oh no, we'll be like tipsy.
It's the date 1.4 released, which makes it easy to remember. He gave the number.
Sure did. New.
Terraria launch date.
Coley's drunk. Alright. You want Crimson or Corruption? Or Random?
Does not matter.
Oh yeah, because there's both, hey? Rocky!
The WORL will have both.
Alright, well, here we go. Whoa.
It's to cause everything to pick up again. With low interest rates, debt repayments are reduced and borrowing and spending pick up, and we see another
Alright, we'll continue this later. This looks pretty hectic. Wow. It's like Seizure Land.
What is the world generating currently? The world may never know. Also check out that moon.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Placing traps. Yes. Oh, that's good.
LMAO he PC is racing.
That's crazy. Placing traps. But just so you don't forget.
Also the Twitch latency is much better. Can't use Twitch RN cause data.
Whose head is that? What, so...
How was the move? And I think that's Rita Jit's head.
That's an ugly head, god damn. $7 gold. What? I want one. Now. Oh, what? That is boss. Party wagon. Alright. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is going to be significantly easier than All the Worthy, right? Or is this hard too?
Go to the trees. Moon Lord's legs are there.
What? Just give me a difficulty rating. Oof. I want to know what I'm up against.
This is normal master mode. Just with some messed up generation.
Alright, so... I've never played this then. I'm pretty sure I need to put new batteries in my keyboard.
It doesn't change difficulty, I guess. It is supposed to be weird.
Come here, battery. Supposed to be weird. Alright, cool. I'm down for a bit of easier weird. I suppose weird is a difficulty though, because it's like you don't know what's going on. Unfortunate that the speed of the mining didn't translate from For the Worthy.
But now that you click the music option, the party girl in every world will have that option.
Oh yeah, cool. And what number NPC is that? Like, what's her criteria again? It's been a while since I've got her.
And every other PHM NPC.
Alright, so you can get her before killing Wall of Flesh? Is that what?
Eight NPCs must be present and there must be none waiting to move it. Yes. She can be moved in pre-hard mode.
Alright, wipe these out for me. Thank you. See if we can find some sunflowers. Does she sell grenades? That'd be nice. Damn, no nades. Stop holding out on us with your nades. What, there's heaps of these, eh? So I'm assuming what we got, heaps of gnomes. Gnomes. That reminds me of a girl that I used to know.
She sells the grenades after a boss, I think. Which is interesting because all PHM bosses must be beaten before she arrives.
Gnomes. Gnomes was really hot. Naomi. I should probably get a bow.
Meaning you should never not see the grenades in her inventory.
But because of weird seed, is that what you're getting at?
Exactly.
Where's the music going? Ah. Over anticipation of weird. That's weird. So have you started working yet? Are you actually like there?
Oh. BRB, sorry.
No worries.
Gotta shit.
Okay. God damn it. Alright, stop it, I'll just use a normal bow. Oh, Finch. Yeah, my brother. Wow, it's getting quite chilly. Yes. Ruthless. Oh, look out, we got some EDM coming in. No wonder Coley loves it. Most likely his favourite thing that's ever happened to Terraria. Right, Finch looks dope. We got bombs or what?
Okay, so after some research, I found she only sells party grenades if you already have them in your inventory. Meaning that you need to have killed her before. Trophy, congratulations. You've received 100 messages today with Restream chat.
Thank you, Trophy. Okay, so what? I've got to like kill her.
Don't kill her, lol. The guide will move in to take her place.
Nah. Pinch is dangerous. I like it. Silver.
Then it'll be a while before you can get that sweet jumping apparatus.
Yeah, true. Oh, of course, there's a jumping apparatus. Oh my. Collie's favorite map with pogo stick. Yes.
Bouncy shaft.
If you say so. Oh no. Bouncy shaft. Let's heck.
Elastic rod capable of launching the player into the air.
The bouncy shaft. Run out of juices. Let's have a look at the map quickly. We'll cruise back to spawn. Cool. Got plenty of time.
Okay, so about the balloon guide, I am still updating it to 1.4. You can read it, but a lot of it will be outdated.
Well, I haven't, my main concerning point, I don't even get to that point yet. Like, pretty dark.
1.4 fucked over my playstyle.
Why? What? Same. I don't
They
get
made the sandstorm even rarer.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't get a lot of Discord, so you know. Here we are. Wow. My hands
The
are
spawn
cold.
chance of a pyramid was lowered, and then the oasis can override it altogether.
Yeah, I haven't seen Pyramid in a while. And, you know, with no one watching me, I've been dying a bit. Let's be honest. Just been lazy playing. It's like, I'll go AFK, you know, go to the toilet or whatever, and then just come back and I'm dead. I'm like, eh. Like, I'm just not a cheater, so it's like I accept that death and move on.
I had to create 10 worlds just to find a pyramid, and even the sandstorm wasn't in it.
But see what you should have done is, there's a way, wait, how does the generation work in this update? Does all the items generated on entry of the first person into the world, or are they all generated as the map's generated? Because I remember the mechanics for the enchanted sword.
They get generated when the map is generated.
Are you sure? Or is it... Yeah, I don't know. Let's test it. No, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I am sure. You can check the loot of the chests in T-Edit before you enter the world with any character.
Yeah. So, is that what you did? Like, you just T-Edit, like, screen the world? You might as well. Or can't you, if you have modded, can't you have like seed generation and then like have that program? Like, because I remember there was a seed mod where it'd just like generate thousands of worlds and give you like the top 10 with the most pyramids or whatever.
No, I asked around for a seed that had 1. And trashed an appropriate 2 platinum for my crimes.
No, because if you play... Oh, nah, so you can't yet. There's no T-Mod loader for 1.4 yet, is there? No. Right, so 22 gold.
There is not. T-Mod loader is still in 1.3.
Halfway there already. I'm assuming that's goal number 1 on the to-do list in this world for Coley. Get that jumping stick, my brother. Weird how it does that.
I can't wait to play 1.4 mod. Will allow me to fix the horse crap that 1.48 while retaining the highlights.
No one's ever happy, are they? The older I get, the more I realise that. Myself included. Off you go with your 4 damage. It's just like having enemies randomly knock into you is just not worth the...
Amphibian boots are pretty much the only thing keeping me from outright hating this update.
Lol. I like the texture packs. Like, is there any new texture packs out that you know of? I'm just sitting on my hands for a second because they're freezing. They're literally cold as. No heater. Which isn't a bad thing. Power's expensive. But yeah, because of that like frog leg issue and the stacking of it, basically what I've been playing is kill Io, get Tinkerer, and then just fish until I get both
Chinese
of those.
texture pack is out. China has laws against gore in media, so a lot of the sprites had to be redesigned.
Fuck China. Gay. Might get good scrubs.
And a lot of them look phenomenal.
Oh really? I love
I
China.
personally use it.
China #1. Just like switch camps immediately. I always loved China, what do you mean? China's the best. I'm just not using it right now because I didn't feel like it. That was a cool little tag team. You redeemed yourself.
Stelatron is a wooden golem now. EOC is a mossfish dragon thing, and WoF has meteors for eyes and a body of stardust.
Oh my goodness. That sounds hectic. But the question of the day is, are they harder?
Legit looks crazy.
Oh yeah.
I can send a pic.
Nah, don't spoil.
You gonna check it out?
What? No, I want to play it. I don't want to watch other people play it. That's not what I do. Otherwise, I'll end up playing like them. I only copy you, Coley.
I meant download it and take a look yourself.
Yeah, no. That's alright. We'll just get there and die to it in game.
I'm flattered, BTW.
Oh, truth is truth, my brother.
I'm glad you like my playstyle.
Yeah, it's good. Without Rod, it's definitely superior. Like this. And what do they say? Like, adapt or perish.
However, I cannot personally recommend it for hardcore characters though.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. It's killer, it's the only, that's exactly
that
what
sandstorm is just too goddamn rare.
Yeah, well, you know, it's, the play style is basically, you either get the 3 or you don't, but the way I see it, the way I see you and that playstyle is just like heavy on the boost. Like regardless of whether or not you get like the triple balloons, like the end goal is to try and get them, but if you can't, then everything else will suffice. You know, there's like, I don't see another viable playstyle even if you don't get the, like, the sandstorm, you know what I mean? It's like, it's still worth teching towards it as a hardcore player. Like, it's better to do that than not. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah.
If 1.4.1 doesn't add pyramid loot to dessert crates, I am quitting vanilla. I can't believe these devs sometimes.
You already made your mind up that as soon as 1.4 mod loader comes out, you're quitting vanilla. I know that already. You basically, that's subconsciously what you're saying. You just gotta wait for the dev team that doesn't get paid to get their asses into gear. Wow, I keep thinking that I'm like muting the sound.
I'll still play vanilla if there's a guaranteed way to get it in every world.
Oh, there's no guarantees to anything. I suppose as a softcore it probably matters a bit more, but as a hardcore, oh well, use what you find. Alright, so only special conditions for these NPCs. Come on, get out of here. Let's go. Move it, rookie. God damn it. Oh, are they ghosts? That's actually important. Pasty armor for the boys.
Or a theoretical way to get it in every world. Having that up to chance on world generation with essentially a 1/45th chance is not okay, Imo. Basically guarantees you won't get it.
Whoa.
With fishing it could be ridiculously rare, but it would at least give some hope. But for FTW it just isn't viable, RN.
You've just got to accept that the developers didn't intend for you to play that way. Just because if you like land all those items together, it's like a nice exploit on the engine physics. It doesn't mean that it's like, you know, they're handing it to you. It's like you only get it sometimes. And that was my whole thing with the whole like Rod of Discord was I was prepared to go against what the developers intended to learn the ability to rod fast, and I enjoyed it more. So, you know, I suppose in the end you either play vanilla or you don't. And fucking, yeah. You either mod the shit you don't like or you fucking do. Or you don't. Whatever. It's all good, my brother. Because you've also got
so much for non-linear game design. This is why I dislike 1.4. It seems like a lot of elements push the player towards how the devs wanted you to play, not how you want to play.
Yeah, I've been saying that for years, bro. Like, this is a designed community. Like, it's literally, you know, that's why I'm fucking fishing. I love fishing, bro. But take it as you want. Yeah, you can. There's a lot of style and customization that you can bring to the table in this game, but they've throttled it down to, you know, they've really gimmicked a lot of seriousness about it, because it can be played quite seriously. That's why I like playing it, because it's just so damn hard. So, but they don't want it to be about that. So, you know, there's no real highlighted displays of any sort of like technical skill, really. It's more about check out my base and play with my friends and, you know, PG, family fun. Not like, yeah, I need to move around like a boss and kill everything and not get touched.
Redagit literally added a system that punishes you for using the wrong torch type. Red's reasoning for this was literally, I didn't like how people would use the basic torches.
What do you mean? Oh, what, with the actual, like, NPCs moving in and shit? Lol. See, for me, like, it's funny that you say that, because for me, that does, like, it's got no effect on my game whatsoever. It's just like, that just means that I've now got an algorithm to follow when I build. Like, I just have to build in a certain way. Like, it doesn't, like, it's just like a mechanical action. Like, next checkpoint. Which reminds me, now I need to download XSplit again, so we can see how much AFK time I'm taking. Alright. Now I need this. Cane. Let's go. Step stool.
Terraria has an in-game luck system. Various actions such as killing critters or placing certain torches can increase, and also used to decrease, your luck. Luck affects player damage, enemy damage, money, drop rates, and a few others.
Yeah. But, like, you know, that's... a lot of games are designed that way. Like, you know, you want the freedom to, you know, exploit, and, you know, you're expecting too much from the level of the scope intended for the game. You know, you're an outlier now. You're like me. Where
those ice torches in your house would be debuffing you right now if you are still in 1.4.0.
What, like, yeah, but, you know, does it matter?
Because they are in the wrong biome.
Yeah. That's alright. What, so I've got to use normal torches? Is that what you're saying? Do I get better money with normal torch? Oh god. Rookie Town. Or is it only on special maps? There. What, so now it's cheaper?
That literally sparked a 6-hour-long debate with Lean Furs and Loki vs the community in the Discord.
Lean Furs is a faggot. I mean, I love you, Lean Furs, I didn't mean that. Can we edit that out? Sorry. Yeah.
Negative torch luck is only in 1.4.0.0. We're in 1.4.0.5R and so negative torch luck is removed in this version.
Oh, what? Because the community got upset? Is that what you're saying? No, like, no, what's this? I want to place rainbow torches in my fucking BDSM dungeons. And then the developers bent over and removed the code. I wonder who wrote the code and then got offended.
I mean, why should you be punished for doing so?
Well, see, this is also another thing. It's the whole buffs versus nerfs, isn't it? So I think the reason why you're so upset about this is because it violates one of the criteria of fairness. It's like you know, giving you a negative result for an action rather than giving you a positive result for an action. So I think that you would probably be more inclined to be okay with it if you got a buff for having a certain torch type rather than...
Hi. Are you a simp?
A what? A what? A simp? What's a simp?
Your dick small.
Is my dick small? Fuck yeah, like, boy. It's like micro dick. Like micro.
Your dick pulled.
It's too small to pull, my brother. I can't pull it, like, there's nothing to pull. Yeah, so...
You do get buffed for having the correct torch type. Also negative torch luck was replaced with the Torch Gods challenge, which I pray you will not have to encounter blindly. Your dick getting hit by light bulb.
Yeah, light bulb dick. I love it how he's like gone around the profanity filter. Yaddick. Do we have a... Yeah, we do.
Because then I'd be all over him. Your dick has white stuff. Your dick hairy QND saggy.
If you're gonna do shit like that, mate, make sure you can spell. Far out.
Party girl gives you an item if you talk to her during a party.
Is it a roofie? Excuse me. What else have we got in here? We got a night owl. Yeah, we'll just keep digging down. Keen iron. Hopefully it's platinum. I hate gold. Oh, you retard.
It's a slice of cake. Like a bewitching table or ammo box where it's an infinitely replenishable buff activated by clicking on it. Gives a free 20% mining speed for 2 minutes. Drunk seed has both ore types. Yadhik soggy.
Oh, yes. Oh man, that's funny. Oh, bro.
Yadhik small as a baby fly.
Oh, a maggot. Yeah, I already told you that though. And you were simp. Your dick's soggy.
Yadhik only likes dads.
Nah, I am a simp actually. I like Belle Delphine. I'm a fan. Like, if Belle Delphine was around here, like, my dick's soggy.
Your dick likes white.
The white liking dick. Your dick likes white. My dick likes white. It's a white liking dick. I'm not racist. I'm like sexualist. Whatever.
Mayan Hernandez, shut your little spaghetti head Martian brain monkey pie hole up, you little yellow colored stink bombed rhino ass smelling ovulating pineapple shoulder.
Pineapple shoulder. Jesus.
Your dick getting pulled out of her.
Your dick. Your dick soggy. Well, you know, if you want me to pull the plug on him, Coley, you just let me know and bang. Oh, look out, there's little rookie.
Your dick didn't materialize.
Wow.
The dude who tried to roast me, you're acting edgy, lololol.
Who was that? dick soggy. Yes.
Your dick be dry as a African horsefly.
Africa, freaks bitch. Your dick.
Your dick came out that she exploded literally. Jesus Christ.
Your dick. Soggy. It's probably Seba. Your dick soggy.
Your dick rules world.
Definitely not Seba.
Your dick be looking like spaghetti and meatballs.
Your dick soggy. I don't know if you can outdo that one. Well, that was a bit fast.
Your dick a simp.
Little simpy simp dick. Deep as sick.
Your dick be looking like Seba 141S alt.
Either it's...
Actually SEBBA 141 is smarter than this guy.
Nah, this is like either Ninshu or Shinden or maybe anime fan, someone like that.
After killing his family, the dad hung up on the garden hose.
Definitely Ninshu.
It's actually Terraria turtle.
No, it's not. It's definitely Ninshu.
He's not a tortoise anymore.
Or 9. Too many of you assholes these days. What did I do? Spawned a bunch of cubs.
9 Chazette.
Yeah. 9 lives.
Shinden Y.
What's the time? 12. Lunchtime. Now,
Sash you.
unfortunately, I don't do mukbangs. So, I'm going to take a break and eat some food and then come back and continue our drunken escapades.
Mukbang.
Mukbang.
Mukbang. Mukbang.
Mukbang, mukbang. What have
Mukbang.
we got? Tipsy. So
Mukbang.
no mukbang. No mukbang. And then, so yeah, give me about an hour, and then I'll come back and play 3.
Mukbang, 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 mukbang.
Nah. No mukbangs. Peace.